CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. Off the top, up in smoke. Fire crews working to put out a brush fire in West Miami-Dade. Chopper 4 over the scene. You can see plumes of white smoke drifting into the air. This is along Chrome Avenue and Southwest 8th Street. So far, 10 acres have been scorched by the blaze. Luckily, no homes or businesses have been threatened. No word yet on what sparked that fire. An early morning chase through South Florida, but it ended in an unlikely location. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench explains.
We are at Miami International Airport, where Miami-Dade police say they arrested a 57-year-old man from Orlando who reportedly broke into a window tinting business in Margate. It stole a Chevrolet Tahoe from one of the owners and then led police on a chase all the way from Miramar into Miami-Dade County and over to the Miami Airport. That's where we saw the man in this case being arrested. Now we have new surveillance tape of the crime in this case. We also spoke with the victim. We'll have much more on that story coming up at 5. At Miami International Airport, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, a beautiful shot. It is a warm and breezy day. We're back in the 80s. Next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler joining us with more. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Naja. You seem a little bit excited by that. Yeah.
I love the weather. I love the warm temps.
I do too. I agree with you. Right now it's 78, so it dropped back just a couple of degrees. A few clouds out there. Don't worry. Fair weather clouds. Not going to bring any rain. We have a southeasterly wind right now at 12, but we've had gusts of 32 miles per hour coming in off the water. So a nice sea breeze, I guess you could call it. This is what we're looking for. 80s are going to stay with us through the weekend. So there's some good news for you if you like the 80s. Rain chances begin to increase late week and into the weekend. We're going to see maybe a chance for a shower or thunderstorm. I'll show you why coming up, and that's something we're going to be watching for this weekend. But for now, dry conditions, beautiful, just a few clouds. Again, you can just see these little puffy white clouds with that southeasterly flow. That's all we're going to see. Tonight will be very nice and mild. Winds, not seeing any gusts at this point, but southeasterly flow continues at 12 right now. Fort Lauderdale, same thing, about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds sustained. Your forecast for this evening, if you're heading out the door, enjoy. We should have a lot of sunshine, temperatures around 77 degrees at 5 o'clock, dropping back ever so slightly. A few more clouds than this evening, but you know what? It's not going to be cold tonight. No way. Temperatures will drop to about 67, 68 degrees, and that's going to be about it. So a nice start as we head into Leap Day tomorrow. Winds, though, picking up. Look at these gusts. Friday out of the southeast again, gusting up to 25 miles per hour. So there's another breezy day. And this weekend as well, as we're waiting on a frontal system that is just not going to quite get through here. But the winds still causing an issue, though, for the rip current risk along Broward County line. This is going to go through this evening, so if any folks out there near the water, something to keep in mind. The frontal system stalls out, so we stay on the warm and humid side, so we'll start to see a little bit more moisture creeping in here, of course, off the water, so there's the moisture-ridden air. This front just does not have enough oomph to get pushed through. At least that's the way things are looking right now, so it's going to sit northern and central Florida. We stay on the south side of it with this southerly flow, so of course that means our temperatures stay in the 80s, and we will see at least a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms. Best chance, I think, goes into Sunday and Monday, but look at these temperatures, all above average. 83 degrees on Sunday, next Tuesday as well, so there you got a nice forecast for you. High tomorrow, we're looking at a high around 82, 81 on Friday. Then this weekend, we'll watch that chance for showers and thunderstorms.
Cindy, thank you. Students and teachers received the all clear at Stoneman Douglas High School. It's after a bomb threat. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray explains what happened.
Dozens of kids left Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School after a scare this morning, but let's go back to around 8:30 in the morning. That's when they were notified that a bomb threat came into the Broward Communications Center. The whole school was evacuated. That does not always happen, but because of MSD's history, all students and staff were taken onto the ball field, all precautions being taken. Then BSO came on campus. They checked all the buildings and cleared all the buildings, and then kids and staff were allowed back back into the school about 90 minutes later. Classes did resume, but even though parents were told to come and not pick up their students, many did show up after getting notified by their kids that they wanted to leave school, even though school was going to be in session for the rest of the day. We spoke to parent Alexandra Michelle, who says she got a text from her son to pick him up, and she said to herself, not again.
On our way to the beach, you see me, right?
Yeah.
Going to the beach like it's a beautiful day. I didn't sleep well last night, and he texted me because Dad received a call saying there's a threat at the school. I'm like, again? You know, panic.
We have someone doing this, and they're, scamming our schools by doing this. There's a couple of them that have happened. Obviously, this school gets a different kind of attention because of 6 years ago. We are pursuing it. The FBI was here. Sheriff was here. They were getting the details on the callers because we're having them at other schools. And we are going to look forward to pressing the charges to the fullest extent of the law. This is a disruption, and it's traumatizing to a lot of the parents and the community.
So I asked the superintendent whether this bomb scare could be connected to other bomb scares in Broward County earlier in the week. He said it could be, but the FBI is investigating.
That was Joan Murray reporting. The Broward Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing teen in Dania Beach. Deputies say Lixa Jolette was last seen around 4 a.m. on Wednesday near the 1000 block of Southwest 7th Street. The 15-year-old was wearing a black shirt and gray sweatpants. Anyone with information should contact BSO. The number is 954-764-HELP. No decision on whether Lauderdale-by-the-Sea will get lifeguards. That's after a 7-year-old girl died. She was buried in the sand last week. Commissioners told the town manager to return with proposals in 30 days. They are studying surrounding beachside communities. Last week, Sloan Mattingly and her 9-year-old brother were digging a hole when the sand caved in. Sloan died. Her brother was rescued.
My daughter Nikki turned 7 the week of this incident. So for me, it hit home very hard. I probably didn't sleep for a couple nights thinking of my daughter being buried alive and what that must feel like.
The town commission will change with the March 19th election. A decision on lifeguards won't happen until at least April. Hunter Biden interviewed on Capitol Hill. What we learned about that interview coming up. Stay with us. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Hunter Biden testified before the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees. He appeared after months of negotiation, threats of being held in contempt, and political stunts on both sides. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand is live in Washington, D.C. with the latest developments. Natalie.
Good afternoon, Naja. Hunter Biden did not address cameras when heading into his interview, but in a new statement, he accused the committees of trafficking in, quote, innuendo, distortion, and sensationalism. He also acknowledged that he's made mistakes in his life, but he said his mistakes and shortcomings are his own, not his father's.
The president's son arrived on Capitol Hill Wednesday for a marathon deposition behind closed doors in connection with the House GOP impeachment inquiry. In a statement, Hunter Biden said he did not involve his father in his business.
I'm telling you that this is a waste of time and we need to get back to this people's work. Defiant and dishonest would be the way that I would describe his testimony.
The more than year-long probe by House Republicans centers around allegations that President Biden profited off his son and his brother's foreign business dealings when he was vice president.
With every interview, we've learned new information, and the basis of what we've learned is that the Bidens didn't have a legitimate business. Their business was selling access to Joe Biden.
Democrats say there is no direct evidence of wrongdoing by the president.
We had a dozen witnesses who had told us that Joe Biden was not involved in any way in Hunter's business, that he did not profit from Hunter's business, and that he rendered no official favors or benefits to Hunter's business.
The probe suffered a setback this month when a key witness was arrested and charged with lying to the FBI. He claimed the Bidens had taken abroad.
Alexandra Alexander Smirnov, an ex-FBI informant often cited by Republicans, is accused of falsely telling investigators the president and his son accepted $5 million from the Ukrainian energy firm Burisma. The DOJ says he was communicating with Russian intelligence.
They are now trying to scramble to find anything to substantiate their fairy tale.
Republicans insist their inquiry does not rely solely on Smirnov's testimony.
Joe Biden was doing the bidding of Burisma. He was doing the bidding of Chinese communists, and his family was getting enriched as a consequence.
They say they will press on with more subpoenas and witness interviews.
And as you can hear there, Naja, Democrats and Republicans on these committees are giving completely different accounts of how things are playing out. South Florida Democrat Jared Moskowitz said today that he thinks colleagues are witnessing the death of what he calls a fake, frivolous impeachment inquiry. Southwest Florida Republican, meanwhile, Byron Donald says that they'll let the evidence speak for itself. An impeachment inquiry aide also says that the committee intends on holding a public hearing at some point in the future. Naja.
Natalie, thank you for that report. On the Health Watch, whether it's smoking, vaping, or eating, any use of marijuana has been linked to a higher risk of heart attack and stroke. According to a new study, daily users had a 42% higher risk of stroke and a 25% higher risk of heart attack. Non-daily users also had an increased risk, but it wasn't as high. The study was published today in the Journal of the American Heart Association. And speaking of your health, CBS News Miami is teaming up with HCA Florida and One Blood. It's to help save lives this Heart Month. We will be at 2 blood drives tomorrow, February 29th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we hope that you will come out and meet us and do your part to end the national blood shortage. Betty Wynn and Cindy Pressler will be at HCA Florida Westside Hospital in Plantation, and Lisette Gonzalez and Lauren Pastrana will be at our other location. Join them at HCA Florida Aventura Hospital. That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a wonderful day.